Okay, so it's that time of the week already where I pull up a bunch of quick tips. Wow, 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 wow. Where's the time going? I have no idea, but the time is going. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More Jan channel. Going to jump right into quick tips. All right, spending a lot of money on the little stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I got into it in more depth in the past video. Spending a lot of money on the little stuff, a lot of us are guilty of doing this, is actually the number one costly of all bad money habits because it's the things we fluff off. Oh, I only spent $1.25 on that candy bar. Oh, I only spent that $2 on a bottle of water. And it's like an oh here, an oh there, here, there, and everywhere. Meantime, we're not realizing all these O's add up throughout the course of a day or added up for the week, or worse yet, even still, added up during the course of an entire month. You'll be shocked and amazed at what I called incidental purchases that totally add up. So if you, like many, might be guilty of spending a lot of money on the little stuff, it becomes mindless. And as a matter of fact, on the next tip, unconscious spending habits can truly do us in. Example, these are habits, spending habits. I must pick up outside breakfast before I go to work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that those things aren't maybe delicious to eat or in a way convenient. It's on your way to a place where you have to go, and therefore it might buy you a few more minutes at home time to get ready, dress, or whatever for work. But if that's the problem and you're doing it, ask yourself, why am I picking up this breakfast burrito every day? Is it because I really, 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 really love it? But if you're doing it as a method of saving time, well, time is money. And think about something. If you could learn how to find, ways to chop off some wasted time in the morning and maybe create a simple breakfast or a similar breakfast or something you make in advance at home that you could be heating up literally while you're taking your morning shower, just step out and have your breakfast right then and there. You will save a bundle. We work hard for our money. Sometimes we work smart, sometimes we work hard, but we work for our money. And these days we just can't just throw it away. I'm not saying never have an outside breakfast, but take a minute and examine your reasoning. This is important. Why are you stopping off every day for a certain place? I just use that as an example. In some people it's to grab a donut, and I'll get into donuts more in a minute. But unconscious spending habits, why are we doing it? Examine that. Only you can answer that. If you discover that it's like for a time saving reason, you're spending money just to save time. Instead, save time at home and stop spending the money. Does that make sense? I know it makes sense to me. All right, next. Here's a money saving idea that definitely makes sense. Okay, consider this. Consider this thought. Let's say you and your friend love to read magazines, right? Okay. Let's say one of you has a subscription to a magazine. How about considering splitting the subscription and passing on the magazine to your friend when you're done, or vice versa? Hey, that's a little bit of a change. You could do a similar thing. Suppose that you have a membership to a big box of, store, big box store, and you have a friend that maybe they've been laid off or whatever, but they could sure use the price breaks and everything. Have that friend come along with you and let them pick out and give you the money at the register or ahead of time or what they're purchasing, and help them save a buck or two here or there. These days, any way that you could find that is a sensible, good way, a very good way to save a buck or two adds up. Don't frown and go, oh, that doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Steve and I talk about money saving ways many times, and we always emphasize that all the little things, the habits, the ideas, the strategies at the end of the day or the end of the month, our budgeting month adds up. You'll be so surprised because a lot of people say, oh, I can't save. Yes, you can save. We all can save. All right. Speaking of big box stores, okay, there's one big box store that has, I never tried it because I don't live near any of that specific big box store. But from the images that I've seen, it looks awfully good. Big box stores pizza, you know, that really big looking pizza. What is it, like 10 or 12 bucks? Very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. Very smart that the store strategizes it where it is, from what I've heard. Now, you could pick up one of those amazing pizzas instead of spending a ton of money at a local pizzeria type store. Freeze those pizza slices, wrap them up individually. They even sell plastic containers that look like pizza slices. They're like triangular. Ever see those? They're so cute. You could get a couple of those, wrap them up or pack them up, whatever you have, put them in the freezer for a lazy night's meal. Okay, on the cheap. You don't have to pay a tip. You don't have to pay delivery. Why? Because you already have it in your own freezer. So if you anticipate, say, my family loves this type of pizza a couple times a month, let's say on a Friday night, many people do that. Buy two of those big box store pizzas and wrap them up, put them away. You got a ton of meal items right there and easy and perfect for lazy night dinner. Team that up with a salad and you got your dinner right then and there on the cheap. I'm just saying, no tip needed. This is how you save. The 5 to 10 bucks you might be saving on a tip, you could put it away or utilize it for something else. Perhaps put it in a sinking fund. All right, next. This is too easy, it's scary. It's just scary, okay? Add an orange or lemon slice to water. Put it in the fridge. Huh? That's it, Jan? Yeah. Add an orange or a lemon slice to water. Put it in the fridge. You got yourself a refreshing drink. Now, some people may want to add a couple of teaspoons of sugar to that to cut the edge. That's totally okay. And a matter of choice, or you could even add a little bit of little drizzle of a little honey in there. I don't know if it would stay in cold, but I don't think so. But you could try something or a little cinnamon, something to flavor it up on the cheap. People spend a ton of money on fruit flavored waters. Well, you could get water from your tap, run it through your whatever filtration system you have at home, put it in a beautiful thing known as the refrigerator, and you will have saved a ton of money over time. It adds up. I'm telling you, it adds up. And by the way, it's a kind of a healthy version, water, fruit. End the story. You could get strawberry slices and do the same. There you go. Next, make homemade takeout. Make your own homemade takeout. You could start with the simple egg fried rice. There's a video here, so simplistic. I've mentioned it many times, especially like over the weekend. You know, some people become weekend warriors in the kitchen. Show off this recipe. Find one on here. Show off this recipe to your friends and neighbors and family. Show them you can make your own darn egg fried rice on the cheap. There you go. Make a ton of it. You could also easily make chicken egg drop soup if it's a chilly night. And this week was so chilly. We actually had heat in our apartments here in New York City. This is the end of May, by the way, which is pretty funny at the time of this recording. I'm just saying. All right, don't forget the joys of making, going back to pizza for a minute, if you don't want the big box store pizza. Some people want a smaller version of a homemade kind of pizza without doing it from scratch. It's like just assembling things. Buy your favorite English muffins. Get the store brand on the cheap. Add your favorite toppings, a little bit of sauce. You do not need a ton of sauce to make pizza. Big mistake when people drown their homemade pizzas in sauce. That is not the proper way to make a pizza. Proper way to make a pizza is not that much sauce and flavor it up. If you want just a little more, that's the way your taste buds are, that's okay. But drowning it in sauce is counterproductive because it's not going to come out nice and crispy from the oven. So anytime you put on your own toppings, it could be veggies, it could be cheese, it could be sauce, pepperoni, the sky's the limit, olives, whatever you want. Make your life easier on the cheap and be fun and also creative. This is where people forget a lot of times to do things, being creative. And that's not fair. That's not fair to you or your family. All right, and I want to talk to you a minute, as I mentioned earlier, about donuts. I got that silicone, whatever you call it, donut pan. I got them three for five and change. Eight, the ability to make 18 donuts for five and change over and over and over again. They came out perfectly. They were an absolute delicious hit. Next time around, however, I think I would prefer the chocolate flavor even better, even better. So I did it with box cake mix. It's a joke. It is a joke. Now, in my case, because I'm a little bit on the frugal, cheap side, I only used a half a box of yellow cake mix. I'm not even kidding you. Half a box, and I yield 11. Are you sitting or standing? 11 donuts from half a box, and one egg, and I believe was a half a cup of milk. I was so cheap, I put in a half a cup of water. Ah, and a cap full of oil. Are you waiting for some other grandiose ingredient? No, no other grandiose ingredient. You could add vanilla extract if you wish. You could add a little bit of cinnamon or nutmeg. Nutmeg has always been a known donut flavor. Now, the next time around, what I would like to do after they're baked up, so cute. I baked it at 350 for 15 minutes. Next time around, what I plan to do is let them cool off perfectly, put a few in my air fryer to see if I get more of a crispy effect. I could spray it with nonstick, throw it in my air fryer for a couple of minutes and see what happens there. So what I'd like to do is drizzle some easy glaze. All I did was put together a little bit of powdered sugar. You could do it either with water or with a cap full of milk. You got your glaze. Done. Done. Donuts anytime you want. Just get the pans, make that investment. They are a fun idea. If you get last minute call for company, you have like a few minutes to throw this thing together because it's so simple. Do that, and you got yourself some donuts to go with a cup of coffee. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning. See you then. Have a great day. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.